Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 18 Week 8 BearCave games. We are back, another great week of action. We've had some sim upsets. Thank you Florida Man for the 11 months Prime sub. That is a big UTEP win this week. A lot of sim upsets, a lot of interesting games. We're in the slog of Season 18. So this is where the contenders really separate themselves from the pack, as we got Dogwater subbing. Thank you, Dogwater. Hype train, let's go. But as always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime. You can claim a team. You can set your schemes, recruit in the Discord, compete in server games to win a national championship. You can join on any of the links on any of our descriptions. And as always, if you are watching live, consider using that subscription from Twitch Prime. It's free with a linked account. Get rid of those pesky ads and don't miss out on any of the action and help support us. You can also, if you want more info, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. We got a lot of people going in here, 15 already. Nathan Moon is here. Coach Mike is here. Mush Brain got a big win this week against LA Tech. So let's get on into things. As always, BearCave, the 10 best games on the slate that are not game day. So let's check out what that slate has in store. I really like this slate this week. So without further ado, let's not waste too much time. But as always, check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel. Today, they dropped 8 new Yukon hats. So if you're interested in a Yukon hat, you can check them out. So we're going to start out in the Big Ten with 2 teams who fringe playoff teams last season. And now look at them. Nebraska hanging on to that ranking for dear life, and Minnesota dead in the dumps. So Coach Zach, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. I do need to quickly screenshot my my Patreon jersey requests. Rick, if you're here, if you want specific jerseys, let me know. But this is a 2.5-point favorite for the road team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So who covers? Are you going with Nebraska minus 2.5, or are you going with Minnesota? They have a different quarterback back again. He re-raised his overall, so it's no longer Bo Houston. So get those Bobanos in. My derby pick today is Texas wide receiver Willie Hampton. I had a 6-point week last week. Can't tell me that Bear ain't preparing to thrust. What? Cox over the Hogs. Yeah, tough loss today for Coach Key. A little hangover from game day. Tribe with his 70 burger from Kareem Paul. Kareem Paul, healthy, man, might be the best quarterback of all time. But the key there is win healthy. Win healthy. So Nebraska and Minnesota, 2 teams I still think could make comebacks in this division and win it. They just need Iowa to falter a little bit. Alright, so without further ado, let's get on into it here. Enough waffling. We'll jump on board with the away team since I don't see either coach here in chat. So bad defense here for Nebraska so far. Very good offense, of course. So here we go. Minnesota taking on Nebraska. This game last year ended in a Hail Mary walk-off for the Corn. Can they do it again? So 2.5-point favorite. Very evenly matched teams here. So we'll go heads and kick for Coach Zach. And they will kick it here. 5-mile-per-hour winds to the left side. And we are off at TCF Bank. The first quarter, Minnesota on the board instantly. Vondale Bronco comes back and gets 3 points. End of the first quarter, Minnesota has the early advantage and a quick strike for Nebraska. They had a terrible game day showing, but we know just how potent this offense can be. But Not a lot of scoring there. They add a field goal at the end. So still a one-score game. Minnesota not doing much. They're now down 2 scores. A quick score there. They've got to get back. Man, Minnesota just letting them bully them here. They get off the field once. Can they score? No, they can't. They're running out of time. They're running out of time. Come on, Nebraska. All right, can they close the deal? No, it's a 3 and out. So it's put up or shut up time here for Minnesota. Can they get back in the game? 4th and 7, big first down to Matthews. Chris Cox is back, the Stanford transfer. Can they find Pater? We cannot jump in until they score. Yes, they do. So back within 6. We can't jump in quite yet here. So 3rd and 5, game on the line. They've got to make a play here. Oconee under center to kick off the day. The handoff to Vondale Bronco. He cuts a field and he can't get the first. So it's inches. Will they go for this and risk the game? No, they're going to bring out that field goal unit to try and push it to 9. So this is interesting. If he hits it, he missed it! Oh, Nebraska just shanked the gimme! Minnesota has a chance! What a start to BearCave! The shank! I was going to say there's a chance at the no cover here, but now there's a chance to win it outright. So here comes Minnesota. Hall back at quarterback. They got Chris Cox back from injury as well. This is a Gopher team that's been riddled with injuries this season. But the Stanford transfer, Chris Cox, is back. Tony Hall having an okay day. They got 90 seconds. He yams it deep right side. 2-on-1. Tubby Page makes the play. The SFA player. 3rd and 8 for the Gophers. Tubby Page, the best player on this defense, 4 wide. Coach Rick. The delayed give to Chris Cox. He got the pancakes. He spins, and it's 4th and 1. Had he not stumbled, he might have kept going. So game on the line right here for the Gophers. 4th and 1. Hall. He'll throw it. It's a screen. He gets it off. Turns upfield. He pushes. First down, Gophers. We've got a minute left now, baby. The Gophers are cooking. They are in fringe jam range here. Dakota jumping bull, bottom of the screen. Hall rolls right, yams right down the field. Wide open, man! He stays in bounds for a second. 43 for the Gophers. Broken coverage. What a yam for Hall. 1st and 10 inside the 25. He drops back. He yams it. Ball's on the ground. Incomplete for Tony. Nebraska doing everything but making the final play. 48 seconds. The drop back. He rolls right again over the middle. Wide open man. One man to beat, and jumping bull brings him down. But they are in range. Down 6, 40 seconds left. 2 timeouts. The entire playbook is available for the Gophers. 1st and goal, Minnesota. Corner blitz, rolls right down. He goes. It's a sack. 27-21. They're 14 yards away. Split backs for Tony Hall. 4-man rush. Steps up. Yams to the edge. Oh, he's open. And he's out of bounds. Oh, he missed him by an inch. What is happening here in Minnesota? 3rd and goal. Trips left. It's a screen. He catches, turns upfield. Chris Cox stumbles again. Game on the line. An insane game on the line here. 4th and goal. 3 yards away for Coach Rick. He drops back, rolls right, throws it, caught! Touchdown, Minnesota! He got the toe in! Minnesota leads. And the stage is once again set. Last season, Minnesota had it won. And Nebraska yammed it deep right on the dome. Can they do it one more time? Absolute insanity. We got Dakota jumping ball down the left side. He's not jumping. They're already in yam range. And if one good pass, they could be in field goal range. We may not even need a walk-off. They could just kick a field goal. Shu O'Connie in the backfield. He drops back, yams it over the middle. It's caught again. Broken tackle. They're in range. Not like this. Disaster for Coach Rick. 8 seconds left. They are not bringing out the field goal unit. Minnesota's gotta hope. There's a horrific failure here. Stiffy from Bronco to the edge. Clock is ticking. And he's down 1 second. 1 second. Vondale almost ruined him. So 20 yards to walk it off for Nebraska. Can he do it? The kick gets up and it's good! A classic here to start the week. And it's a Nebraska no cover. Disaster for Coach Rick on an already terrible season. 46% of you guys rocked with the Gophers. Congratulations. What a start to the week. Vegas heard you guys about all the no cover stuff. Incredible game. I cannot believe how Minnesota squandered this opportunity. Thank you, Coach. Cryo 20 months straight. I hate my life. That is all. Good night, SFA. Wise words of the man who just lost to Colorado State. Tough scenes for Coach Cryo. So we'll take a look at the stats as always, how this game shook out. Nebraska had him. They had a 66-yarder from Hull here, and then, oh, Minnesota. Disappointing me this season. So Shu O'Connie goes 17 of 30, 180, 1 touchdown. Vondale Bronco had 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jumping Bull, 6 for 60. Fiker, 4 for 40. Thomas had 11 tackles, 4 TFLs. 2 sacks, Cream and McDonald, and the pick for Nikita Sokolov. 2 deflections, no fumbles. Minnesota, Tony Hall, great job, 350 yards. They just couldn't get a stop when it mattered. 94 yards for Chris Cox. He also led the way in receptions, so they do it all back in his return. David Scott, 12 tackles. 7 total TFLs, 2 sacks on the day, no interceptions, 2 deflections, and no fumbles for the Gophers. Don't worry, Moon, I got you. So as always, got to get our players of the game here. Then we'll move on to the next, Vondale and Sokolov. Man, oh man. So that's a Nebraska no cover for those of you guys scoring at home. And remember, game day this week, we're headed to the Pac-12. Washington and Stanford. Very interesting ranked matchup. To Quentin Sims. #1 recruit from season 17. So now we're going to go down to the American, where Buffalo takes on Rutgers and Coach Kenzie. Kenzie, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. Looks like Kenzie wanted all red versus all blue, so that's what we'll do for him. I don't see Kenzie, but that's all right. So this is a 2-point spread for Buffalo. Buffalo having a great season. Rutgers +2, and we got Ham Soul on the other side. So get those Bobinas going. Welcome in, Coach Phi. Working the fireworks stand. All right, practice some safe firework edit. I don't need a Coach Phi blowing his hand off pictures. So here we go. Rutgers and Buffalo, a critical matchup in the American. Both undefeated so far. Buffalo running town on the conference, 4-0 already. So there's Ham Soul, the legendary quarterback. What does the future hold for him? Jason Pierre Phi. Oh no. So She Stadium. So I don't see any Kenzie, so we're just going to go with kick like normal. So there it is. So here we go. Rutgers, they lost to Wisconsin. They get a quick field goal, go down 7. The offense with Hamsel needs to do something. They don't do anything there. Can they find a score? Yes, they do. They get a touchdown. They extend it to 10. Rutgers is heating up with a big play. What was that? It was an 89-yard touchdown for Juice Commons, the SFA player. Let him cook. It's, 31-7. We've got a splattering 37-7. Dogwater, take note. Your game's coming up soon. 40-7 on your dome. Congratulations to Rutgers. A big game for them. A masterful performance from Ham Soul. 40-7 straight to the dome. That's a Rutgers outright victory. So 40-7. It's just Juice Commons. He got an 88-yarder. And that was it. Buffalo just rolled over. Ham Soul goes 10 of 22, 127, and 2 touchdowns, 45%. Absolutely elite stat line. Rushing the ball, 182 and 3 touchdowns for Juice. Santiago Beachwood, the SFA player, gets 3 for 60. Defensively, 7 tackles for Harrington. 6 total TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, no deflections, 2 fumbles. And for Buffalo, 7 for 19. Nick Simpson, absolute trash. He might have gone down to injury. Peter Riley, 94 yards. Jamal Baker, 2 for 33. On defense, they had a lot of TFLs. They were going ham in the TFL department. 1 sack for Dominique Williams. No turnover. 4 deflections and no fumbles. So, pure domination for Rutgers. They extend to 5-2. Congratulations to Kenzie there. So our first kind of big shock of the game, or of the day. So that's a Rutgers outright. So we'll pay you guys off in the... Make sure you participate in these polls. Remember, you can earn raffle tickets that will give you a chance at an 80 overall freshman at the end of the season. Oh yeah, Concepcion all over the screen in lower back. And speaking of lower back, we're going to the Alamo Dome. Last time we were at the Alamo Dome, Dogwater got his brains beat into a bloody pulp by the mighty Wisconsin Badgers. Can we see it again? It's a 5-point favorite for UTSA against Arkansas State, but they have that standout freshman. He's Mike's creation. He's like 5'5", 400 pounds. It's Jamar Pedroza, I believe his name is. So we'll see if Ark State has what it takes to take down UTSA. So Dogwater, he wants all grays and kick if we're away. So, okay, so we'll give him his all grays, even though he lost last time he wore them. Down to, from all the way up from 5 down to number 22 in the nation. This is a conference game. He cannot choke this one. Especially when he's chasing undefeated Texas State and Tulane in the same division. Diabolical. Gotta sit my Graping Ghost before this epic collapse of a team takes the field. So let's get on into it. UTSA, Arkansas State. Arkansas State known for Chet Doge, arguably the greatest wide receiver of all time. And UTSA has what people arguably say is the greatest wide receiver of this generation. So here we go. Warrenburg, what can you do, Slime? So Arkansas State comes in and they win the toss. We'll see UTSA on the field first. Both 5-1, both looking for a marquee conference victory. Nothing doing early on, going back and forth. A bit better penetration for UTSA, and that's what happens. UTSA gets on the board first. They strike again. They strike again. Back and forth, back and forth. UTSA down their throat. It's Chris Ham, baby. 17-3. But Arkansas State coming back. Never mind. UTSA again. Up by 3 touchdowns. It's going to take a miraculous comeback here for Arkansas State. They get one back. There's a punt. And an interception. It's Johnny Thomas looking to end it. And a touchdown for Mercury Morris. That is likely the game. The turnovers start coming. A field goal for River Elliott. This game is over. The fat lady is singing. UTSA gets the victory. And that is a cover. Congratulations, UTSA. River Elliott, Mercury Morris, Shiloh Slutters with a touchdown. So no Rylan Warrenburg touchdowns today. Day night, a much better week. 22-34, 335 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an average completion of 15.2 yards. Very high, much higher than last week. Mercury Morris, 20 of 93. He added 2 scores. Warrenburg went 3 for 69. Shiloh Slutters, 8 for 132. Vanderbrake had 12 tackles. A lot of TFLs, 3 total sacks, and the interception streak ends for Jared Hurst, but Johnny Thomas gets one. A couple of deflections, the forced fumble for River Elliott, and that will do it. So Day Night, Johnny Thomas. Ed Johnson, the wide receiver. Will White, what a name. So UTSA cover. Yeah, Shiloh Slutters gets overshadowed because he got a position change to tight end and then he went back. It's the Warrenberg show. What am I supposed to do? Alright, so now we're getting into the bigger matchups. We're going out to the Pac-12. This is our game day a little bit later on, but USC first. We got Coach Crew. Little three-letter coaches mixing me up. This was UTSA cover, but Coach Crew, the team is back. They made the playoff 2 straight years. Last year they had some crazy injury troubles and just lost some tough games, but they are back this year, and Cal is going crazy. That is Coach Ron. They are undefeated in conference. So this is a USC 9-point favorite on the road, but these Cal Bears are ready for business. One of the better programs in SFA history traditionally. For those of you guys who are old heads, they're one of the winningest programs. Let's see what happens. So, Crew, let me know if you're here. Heads or tails, kick or receive. I don't see any jerseys. Yeah, no, I know Ron's not here. He pops in, does transfer portal, or when Notre Dame's losing a basketball game. Welcome in, Nathan. Work was fine. I got my grape and ghost. So vibes are immaculate here today on a beautiful 84 degrees day in Southern California. I am undefeated in games against big stupid idiots. That's Dogwater and Rutgers, and that's all that matters. So here we go. USC on the road. Critical game in one of the most highly contested divisions this season. I see 4 or 5 teams that have a chance at winning it. USC, Cal, Stanford, Arizona State, and pretty much anybody but Utah has a chance out there. So let's see what happens. Cope, Sir Dogwater. So here we go. A beautiful aesthetic here with all the trees. So we'll go heads and kick as always. A lot of SFA players for USC. Very nice ranking right now for USC. They skyrocketed this week in the rankings up to the top 10. Can they keep it going? Cal hits first. Not a good start, but we got a fumble from Cal. USC cannot do anything with it. They're down 11. USC! Oh no, it's a splattering! Not like this, USC, please! Oh, the pick. Demetrius Cannon pooping down his leg. They have 3 points. They get one back. Can we find a comeback here? A big touchdown for Cal. The legacy of the California Golden Bears continues. As they're up 18, we get 1. Do we have another big play in them? No, they get the first down there. It is likely over. Remember, we cannot jump in. Wait, the field goal's no good. They have a chance. We cannot jump in unless they make this a 1-score game. 44 seconds, it's 11 points, and they don't do it. That's going to be the ball game. California outright, folks. Absolute stunner here on BearCave. You should have picked the Bears on BearCave. What can I say? The crazy week continues. California is now 5-0 in Pac-12 play, folks. They are a real threat in this division now. Demetrius Cannon, 17 of 35, 249, 2 touchdowns. Jaquez Shady, the SFA player, 153. Powell back from injury goes 5 for 94. Man, oh man. Ingram gets 11 tackles, 4 TFLs. The sack for Ingram. No interceptions. 2 deflections. 1 forced fumble for Cunningham. He recovered it. And for California, Mark Cooper, 28 of 46, 344, and 3 tutties. They weren't really able to run the ball, but it did not matter. They got just enough. And 2 guys combining for 25 tackles, 5 TFLs for Clint Matthews, 3 sacks, 1 interception for Schuler, a gaggle of deflections, and the fumble for Michael Coleman is enough to kill the Trojans. Absolutely brutal here. Brutal day to be playing. Sometimes we have these weeks where upsets just nuke the server. That might be one of those days. If you're a ranked team today, watch your back, as this is a California outright victory. So out of our 4 games so far, we only have 1 cover, and of course, it's the worst one. The stinky UTSA team. So California +9, congratulations on the Babanas. And we will continue. So next up, we are going to the ACC. The best team in the nation on paper goes on the line head-to-head against Poppy Showtime. UNC. So Coach Airborne, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. It is a 14-point favorite here for UNC. -14. Bit disrespectful against my boys at NC State. They are having a much better season than last year. Airborne almost got fired because of the Poppy Showtime injury. I love to hate you, Dogwater. I love to hate you. Come on, let's give Poppy Showtime his moment. It's time to knock the Tar Heels down a peg. That is correct. My favorite non-Wisconsin team is the East Carolina Pirates, the team I brought to a national championship. Big stupid idiot. Went with the Michigan quarterback, yep. So here we go on the road. I do not see Airborne here today. Can they pull off a miracle? This is the Poppy Showtime come-out game. They're going to dome Bob Rubshaw and company. You heard it here first. UNC controls their own destiny in the division. So here we go. We'll see UNC first. Oh yeah, itching for chaos. Quick touchdown for UNC. Poppy cannot reply. It's 10-0. You got to do something here, boys. Come on, NC State. No, not like this. They add a field goal. Oh, my. 24-3 straight to the dome. UNC proving that they are a force to be reckoned with this year. 24-6. A chance to cover. Hold on. 24-13. It's an 11-point game. We've seen crazier. They got to get a stop, and they don't. 4.5 minutes left. Showtime can't do it. Can they find the cover? They're down 21. They need some points, and oh no, it's gone. It's gone. 34-13. UNC hangs on, and they will cover. An easy day for UNC. Bob Rubshaw, a couple of touchdowns. And he ran one in as well. So a nice day for anybody who picked him in Derby. Poppy Showtime, 19 of 42, 223, and 1 touchdown. Williams, they could not run the ball at all today. So a tough loss here. What Muffin Williams Both had some tackles. They have 6 total TFLs, 2 sacks, 1 for Glade Glauber, SFA player. Lee Robinson with the pick. A lot of deflections. Those were chances at turnovers. Yes, Warrenberg's wide receiver number 1. I made sure. So, Rube Shaw, 27 of 47, 363, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Blanchard goes 77, no touchdowns for him. Jagger and Gary both get them. 9 tackles for Dennis. He had 4 TFLs, 3 total sacks. The interception for Burdett White. A lot of deflections and no fumbles. Somebody did go the UNC running back. I don't remember who, but yeah, that's a no-pointer. So 15% of you guys rocked with NC State. Unfortunately, that was the incorrect choice today. Congratulations to the majority. UNC looking like a behemoth. Is it finally Sir Alexis Bryo's year? Alright, so now we've got the Patreon BearCave Game of the Week. Remember, if you want to participate in watch parties, votes, want additional content and ability to edit your team and stuff, check out patreon.com/the SFA. Jay Jettas, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. Michigan State is a 7.5-point favorite. Looking really good here in the Big Ten in his debut. They've got my favorite player, Stan Reisner, my favorite player in the SFA currently, -7.5. And Jay Jettas wants to go all white. Means the Aztecs have to go with their homes. So we're about halfway through BearCave. We are speeding along today. We've had a couple really long BearCave streams in a row. Only jumped into one game here. It was the first one. But we've got a great main event slate coming your way, including Florida State and East Carolina, a top 10 matchup. We also got the Red River rivalry. Baylor's in action. So a lot coming your way. So let's get on into this game. Jay Jettas, the greatest coach in SFA history in terms of national championships. He has 3. Can you do it again? So sad that Jay Jettas has literally 1 out of every 6 natties. We've got snow, the first snow game of the season. Oh, baby, here we go. We also have a Michigan game later today, so that one also might see some snow. Oh, baby, San Diego State in the snow. We're cooked. Remember, this is McNasty. He coached Michigan State to a national championship appearance where they lost to Clemson. Those were the Binks McBurnfinger days. He had a Heisman there. So a big-time matchup for the Aztecs. Big opportunity for both sides. You know McNasty has these boys ready to go. 3-0 to start. Michigan State gets 6. No touchdowns as we enter the second quarter. Here comes San Diego State. They had 3. We got field goals only today. Let's keep it like that. Nothing doing. What is happening in this first half? It's 6-3. These guys are just living in each other's territory and doing nothing with it. These conditions must be terrible. Michigan State finally gets it to the end zone. It's a 10-point lead, and now they add it to 19. 2 scores, not looking good for San Diego State, but they get a big one. They get the 2-point conversion as well. We've got a ball game. And they get the stop. We're going to one play at a time. Here comes San Diego State. Can they find a way? Remember, we cannot jump in till we get to the 2-minute mark. It's 4th down. Did they get it? No, he threw it away! What the heck is that? So down by 8, San Diego State needs a stop. The handoff to Stan Reisner. And he doesn't get the first. In the YAM series, Stan Reisner finished with tied third all-time for rushing touchdowns with 73 in his career. Known for his short yardage ability, can he do it here? The handoff to Stan. He gets it with ease. Up the gut, Stan the man. Minute 40 now. 1 first down will do it. Stan Heismaner. Yes, sir. Here goes Stan again. Oh, he cuts inside. He cuts outside. He gets another first. Stan Reisner, baby. Doing it himself. Leading the team to victory. Victory formation for Michigan State. A crazy win in the snow. I thought about having Stan for Derby. Thank goodness I didn't. This snow would have ruined my day. I was deciding between a wide receiver and Stan, but I like my wide receiver strategy I've been doing recently. Alright, so the final snap, it's a Michigan State, and they will barely cover. It was a 7.5 point spread. We hit that bitch right on the nose. Let's go. So 10 seconds left. We'll watch it reign supreme. This might be the first time I've ever paid out a bet as the game was going. If my mouse will even work, I gotta plug it in, I guess. I think my mouse died. So there we go. So Lee Thomas, player of the game. Great job for Jay Jettas, who also now has the #1 recruit, defensive end Jawan Hooper, coming in next season. So 19-11, 5-2 Michigan State. All Jay Jettas knows how to do is win football games, folks. You hate to see it. Alright, so we're halfway through BearCave now. 19-11. The big games are starting now. So let's get the game stats. I glaze all my coaches. So no touchdowns for Stan Reisner. 19 of 30, 259, 2 touchdowns. 120 on the day for Reisner. Through the air, he also caught 3 balls for 52. Absolutely legendary. Already induct him into the Hall of Fame. Seymour Verkeke, 7 tackles. TFLs go to Cleveland. 3 total sacks. No interceptions. 2 deflections. And no fumbles. For San Diego State, Robert Thompson, 16 of 35, 178, no touchdowns. Alvarez, 49 yards. They definitely could not find an answer. Gibby Gerbax, the SFA player, 7 for 89. Quantes, Flapjack. 11 tackles for Lucas Robinson. Couple of TFLs. The sack goes to Hall. No picks. 1 deflection for Kemba McLeod. And no fumbles. So we'll get our players of the game as always, and then we will move on. So Alvarez, Thomas, Jeremy Cleveland, and Hall. No SFA player of the game. That's a snow game for you. So that is a MSU cover by a nose. All right, so next up we go from the coach with the most natties to the real best coach in SFA history, Coach Flame in the Baylor Bears. #1 in the nation, going up against Coach Moon in the Colorado Buffaloes. 4-1 triple option team, led by Rayton Mashburn. The game just fully depends if Johnny Snot is not going to get injured. It's a 17-point favorite for the Baylor Bears. Colorado plus 17. Surely they can keep it within 17, right? So Moon, if you want specific jerseys, let me know. He wants gray. Do they even have gray? Yes, they do. All right, a little gray Buffalo action. So Flame, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. You are the away team. You get priority. I thought we'd have some wiggly ratings in this one. We don't. Tails and kick for Coach Flame. So here we go. A big-time game in the Big 12. We saw Iowa State lose a couple of weeks ago. Baylor on the other side has Texas Tech and Texas nipping at their heels. If they lose a game, it opens it wide up. But we all know the saying, death, taxes, and the Baylor Bears. Can they do it again? A top 8 offense and defense in the nation. They've already beaten Tennessee. But we're at Folsom Field, the greatest venue in all of college football. Last time I saw Baylor live at Colorado last year, the great Travis Hunter on the goal line. Let's see if we can see it again in OT. I was at that game. It was incredible. So tails and kick for Flame. Four and 1 versus 6-0. Nothing doing early on. Good sign for the Colorado Buffaloes, but they give up a touchdown. Baylor early scoring here. Nothing doing as we head to the second. A lot of people at Husky Boyle today in Derby. We're going very slow here, and Colorado trying to slow down the pace, I guess. Still 7-0, no scoring either side, and we hit halftime. 7-7, a quick strike for Colorado. Colorado, they could take the lead. They do. The Baylor Bears are on the ropes. They're on the goal line. Can they punch it in? They had 3. It is 10, 6.5 left on the clock. And Colorado goes 3 and out. The Baylor Bears are on the ropes. They go 3 and out. Oh, Moon, get those gifted subs ready! A touchdown for Colorado! But here comes Baylor. We can't jump in quite yet. They're driving right down the field. 2 minutes. Oh, it's a fumble! No way, they got the recovery! Baylor fumbled inside the 20! So Colorado can do it here. Rayton Mashburn, all he needs is a first. Do my eyes deceive me? One play before we jump in, Baylor puts it on the turf. Oh my, no way. Johnny Snot under center. Rayton Mashburn, he gets the first. One more will do it. One more. One more and the Baylor Bears go down. Mashburn up the gut. He has a head of steam. He gets 8. Pretending like he's in a school zone. He's going to run over each and every one of these guys. 2nd and 2. What is the call? The handoff. Can they get there? No! Albert Reddick doesn't get it. 17-10. 3rd and 3. Game on the line for the Baylor Bears. You cannot give them the ball back. Johnny Snot, high form. They're going to run the clock down. Number 1 on the ropes. Third and 3. The snap, they'll throw it. It's not. He goes to Mashburn, and down he goes. Baylor will get their chance. They're not going to have a ton of time. But John Eve saves the game. They'll have about 30 seconds. Does Latrey Raines have a legacy drive in him? Solo Tippins. Husky Boyle. Moon hanging on by a thread here. Here's the punt. It's a deep one. Returnable. Blocking to the outside. Big hit there. Eudlin Johnson gets 9. So here comes Latrey Raines. He was hurt for the national championship run last season. They ended up losing. Can he find a way? 17-10 at Folsom. 61 yards away. Solo Tippins, top of your screen. Yamming over the middle. It's a big hit already. He's inside the 40 with ease. Here come the Baylor Bears. Zach Hill. They'll hurry it up. They're already in range. 23 seconds and a dream. Colorado on the ropes. Number 1 not going down without a fight. And I don't know what got into the Bear teams today on BearCave. They are swinging for the fences. Latrey Raines jams it deep left side. Oh, that could have been it. Ari Kazuma, the SFA player, misses it. The transfer from SMU. He was tampered, and he couldn't win the game. 3rd and 10 for Latrey. The drop back, they bring a blitz. He yams it deep over the middle. It's dropped. 4th down. Here it is. To knock off number 1. Empty for Raines. He has time. He dumps it off. He has to turn upfield. Oh, what a move. He had the right side. They trip him up. 6 seconds. 6 seconds. They've got to go. They've got to go. Can they get this off? Can they get this off? 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Number 1 on the ropes. At the 16. A touchdown will extend the game. The snap. Latrey. Floaties. What are you doing? Triple zeros. Baylor goes down. Coach Munami with the win of his career. Coach Flame in shambles. Bang! We got gifted subs. Thank you, Coach Moon. Man, what a win. A career win for Coach Moon. 5-1 for the Colorado Buffaloes. And a number 1 feather in their cap. Incredible day we are already having today on BC. Wildness all over the place. Not only did they cover 17, they went out there and fucking won it! So here is the scoring summary. Snot got into the end zone, and Mashburn with the game winner. Latre goes 24-38, 273. Husky Boyle, no touchdowns. He was the most picked person on Derby this week. Nothing for Husky Boyle. Jack Kearney, 12 tackles. Bailey had 10. Oh my, another big-time upset this week. Bradley Hendricks with the sack, no picks. A lot of deflections, no fumbles. Johnny Snot, 20 of 35, 217, and 1 touchdown. Rain Mashburn, 42, no tutties. He had the catch, though, for the touchdown. Cummings with 9 tackles, 4 TFLs. They had 2 total sacks, no interceptions, the deflection, and the fumble. And that fumble, Baylor, with 2 minutes left, fumbled inside the 20. That is what decided the game. You got the reverse psychology there, Moon. You picked Boyle to cook you, and he ended up winning. Let's go. What a win for Colorado. It's been a really long time since Colorado's been good. Back when I was the coach, all the way back in Season 2. So that is a Colorado outright victory. Congratulations, Coach Moon. They'll be ranked next week, most likely. And now this division is stacked. All right, so now we're headed up to the Big Ten. Jarkus and Mango. So, Jarkus, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. You are the away team, 5-1. A bit of a down year so far for Mango and Michigan. So this game is going to be Michigan minus 6.5. Iowa plus 6.5, even though they're ranked higher. Vegas still going with Michigan. Yeah, acknowledge Wisconsin. Woo! Wisconsin. Wisconsin. I'm now proud to lose to the Colorado Buffaloes. So I've lost to Colorado. I've lost to Illinois. I've lost to Michigan State. Lost to some other team that I don't remember. All right. So number 16, Iowa, Coach Jarkus. Do not see his decision. Jarkus, where did you go, Slime? Kick or receive? Let's get some Grape and Ghost in here. Also, remember, guys, we are just a couple of weeks, less than 2 weeks from launch of College Football 25. I'll be doing a 3-day stream of that game. If you want to play me, make sure you're available. There is cross-play Dynasties, so me and Dogwater are doing a cross-play team builder Dynasty. We'll reveal my team in a little bit here, in a couple of, maybe not a couple of days, probably like July 1st. I said 26. Leave me alone. 26, 26, 26. Yeah, take me back to 2024, honestly. Not gonna lie. Healthy Miss TC. Life was good. Alright, I don't see Jarkus. Oh, yes, I do see him. Tails and kicks. Sorry, Jarkus. You blended in with the green. I'm colorblind. ECU Natty was in. Yep, you're exactly right. Life was good back in Season 14. So let's get on into it. The Iowa Hawkeyes, they knocked off Iowa State. This should be light work, and here they come! Oh, 13-0, right to the dome. What is Michigan doing? 13, they get one back. A slow start, but we know how fast these teams can score. Iowa with a great first half. Can they keep it rolling? They do! 27-20, 34! Do I hear 40? Another splattering. 34-14. Oh, not like this. Hold on. This could be, no, never mind. They stopped it. They stopped it. They ran some clock here. No good. Long play. Okay. This is a chance. They could cover it here. Remember, it's a one-score game. We gotta see just in case. 4th down. 5-yard penalty against the defense, and that's gonna end the game. So Iowa gets it done. The Iowa outright. Congratulations, Coach Jarkis. So as you look at the scoring summary, a returned punt for Iowa as well, as Hodges ended up getting a point at the end. He threw one to Coulter for you there, Coach Phi. So 34-21. Jamarcus McNutt, 261. He does not run in a touchdown. Dash Dixie for 110. LaShonte Bryant, 10 for 131. 2 touchdowns for LaShonte. I almost took LaShonte. On defense, Dan Smith. 4 TFLs for Smith. Silatonga with 2. 4 total sacks. Interception for Terrence Smith. A lot of deflections. And the fumble for Kalen Winans. So John Hodges, 26 of 43, 352 and 2 touchdowns. They couldn't really run it today. Coulter, SFA player, he gets a touchdown. Nick Johnson, 9 tackles. He led with 2 TFLs. No sacks for Michigan. Interception for Josh White. 3 deflections and no fumbles for the Michigan men, as they now are 3-3. A down year here for Michigan. And so that has completely opened up this division. You got Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State now all fighting out there. That's going to be a fun race to watch as Iowa continues to just go toe-to-toe, proving that them winning the Big Ten last year was no fluke. Jark is getting disrespected in the spreads and everything, but he just keeps on showing up and putting points on the board as we got 2 games left here on BearCave, folks, and they are smackers. The first one, the Red River rivalry between Oklahoma, one of the best programs in SFA history, taking on D-Sleep, his first career game at the helm for Texas. So, D-Sleep, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is our pick'em for the day. Who do you got? We saw Texas in a banger of a game last week. They came up just short against Iowa State in 4 overtimes. Do they have enough now to play this hyper-aggressive team for Oklahoma? Last time we saw Oklahoma on stream, though, they got sacked 4 times in a row by Mushbrain and took their only loss of the season. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. Very close in every category. My derby pick is Willie Hampton, the wide receiver for Texas. We'll see what he does. Gonna be a fun one. Remember, guys, still got a game day coming up. We've got Washington and Stanford. Coach Wind taking on Washington, who once again looks like they're going to be back in the playoff conversation. All right, here we go. The Longhorns taking on the Sooners. More Big 12 action. Now that Baylor went down, Texas has to start winning. And for Oklahoma, they got to keep pace with Iowa State. So critical game for both of these programs. And there they are, the Sooners. Brent Farr, the 99 overall quarterback. Then the freshman, Zaquavius Bunkersfield on the other side. We're at the Cotton Bowl, one of our neutral site games each and every season. So I do not see D-Sleep, so we're going to go with heads and kick. Thank you guys for tuning in on a Thursday afternoon. 17 versus 19, Red River, here we go. 3-0 Texas, we need touchdowns, we got touchdowns. It's a 10-0 game, Oklahoma responds. I want a big scoring game. Just keep the scores rolling in, bro! 17-7, 17-10, okay. We want more scores. I should have picked Charles. 24-10, big job for Texas, man. 27-17, Oklahoma, can they reply? There's the punt. Oklahoma needs to find a drive. They're not finding it. And there's a long touchdown, Texas, and doubling up the Sooners. Oh no, this could be a splattering. It is. 20-point lead in Red River. They get a deep one. It's far for 64, game not over. And now it is. So Oklahoma goes down 37-24. That is a Texas outright victory. And we've only had 1, 2, 3 covers on the day. Please tell me we got a touchdown for my boy. No, we didn't, bro. Oh, my God. What are all these random ones, man? Oh, 37 points and no touchdowns for my Derby pick. I'm sick. Bunkersfield throws 1 touchdown. Ramirez goes for 147. Charles. Willie Hampton gets 2 catches! Brother! 7 tackles for Cornelius Shaw. 2 TFLs. The sack for him. No interceptions. 2 fumbles on the day. Reggie Axelson, the SFA player. Brent Farr, 19-36, 298, 3 touchdowns. Big day for him, even though they lost yet again. 2 touchdowns for Marquise Price. Herring gets 13 tackles, 3 TFLs for Willie Thompson, 2 total sacks, no picks, 4 deflections, and a fumble. And Texas keeps on rolling. All right, Moon. You may have beaten me. You may have beaten Baylor. But you're still a big dummy. I have a trophy, so haha, on your dome. And you're bald. Haha, on your dome. So that's Texas outright for the peeps. We got one more game, the main event. Here we go. Jackie Moon, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive if you are here. Slime, a big-time ACC matchup. I also do not see a jersey request, so let me know if you want a special one. Traditional uniforms, you are so boring. Tails and kick. So this game, folks, this beautiful, beautiful game, 2-point favorite. I wanted this to be game day. Unfortunately, it was not. Somebody just got a shitload of channel points on that Texas pick. My golly, all you guys took Oklahoma. What the heck? So who covers? Are you going FSU at -2? Or are you going the East Carolina Pirates? Yes, sir, my former team. I don't know why I'm singing. 2-point favorite, though, for FSU. We are due for a legendary game from Florida State. A legendary blunder. We are so due, it's not even funny. It's like 6 weeks in a row they've just won by 2 scores. Please, I'm on my knees. Give us some great FSU content. I'm begging. Tails and kick. Now, I'd never want to beg on a downfall, but I want a good game. And if you're going to have a downfall, it might as well be to one of my favorite teams. Florida State 6-0. Both these teams vying for number 1. The East Carolina Pirates. That dude's wearing Vanilla Vic's jersey. What is this? Never mind FSU by a million. No respect by this current regimen. What the hell? And look at Georgia Tech. They start out 0-3, and they rip off 4 in a row. They're right back in the hunt. Man, everybody 4-3 or better. Whack-a-doodle standings out here. Yeah, the 4th down stand. But none of that fits my narrative here, Jackie. We want, what are you going to give me today? That is the question. Tails and kick. 2-point favorite on the road. DeAndre Claxton, the former reject. Little bro of the other Claxton. Here we go. Zeros on the board for both teams. Quick touchdown for Florida State. They kick us off. No score for East Carolina. They're at home. They add a field goal. ECU on the ropes. Not used to the big game experience. Down by 11. 21-3. ECU, whoa, ECU coming back strong. The Pirates aren't going away. It's a 4-point game. They have the ball. It was 21-3 at 1 point, folks. 5 minutes left, a long drive. ECU takes the lead. It's 21 unanswered for the Pirates. So here we go. 24-21. We'll jump in at the 2-minute mark here. 1st and 10. Can they do it again? Florida State. DeAndre Claxton. Across the 50, they need a field goal. Number 2 team in the nation. East Carolina. Can they find a way to get a stop? They've been in this position so many times. Jay Foreman runs it up the gut. He gets 6. Transfer from Arizona State, filling in for Travion Burner, who's scheduled to be out with injury at least another week. 4 wide. We've yet to see his name, Timothy Pippin, or whatever his name is, make a big play. That's a 1st down, this time to McIntyre. Timothy Pippin has been a bit of a letdown here for Florida State, even though they're undefeated. He's at the top of your screen there. Or Buffett or whatever. 1st and 10, it's a screen pass. Foreman, he catches it. He breaks a tackle. He's still going. He cuts upfield and a big hit. We're under a minute now. They have all 3 timeouts. Fringe field goal range here. It's a 47-yarder. Remember, the massive logo in this stadium makes it look like they're at midfield, but they're not. Yams it deep. He has a step. Oh, it could have been picked. Underthrown from Claxton. They live to fight another down. 24-21. 3rd and 8 for the Seminoles. 5 wide. 44 seconds left. He drops back. He has time. Yams it over the middle. Wide open man. They're inside the 15. They're not looking for field goals. They're looking for touchdowns. DeAndre Claxton, ice in his veins. 39 seconds left. Florida State down by 3. They're in the full house set. Oh, triple option. Claxton, he flips it. There goes Foreman. He's pushing. He's thirsting. And he gets 7. 33 seconds in a dream. They're 5 yards away. Does ECU have a goal line stand in them? 2nd and 3. The snap. Claxton. Oh, he had him open, but he wasn't even looking. The slant was there, but he wasn't even looking. McIntyre couldn't get his head around. 3rd and 3 for Florida State. The pistol set. 30 seconds. DeAndre over the middle. Intercepted! He dove! He caught! He caught it! He caught it! Thomas with the pick! Disaster for FSU! Up 21-3, and they are gonna lose it on the goal line. The FSU moment is back. East Carolina will be in the lead in the division. Incredible scenes here in Greenville. There it is. They can't stop the clock. The game is over. East Carolina will do it. Incredible game as an outright victory here for East Carolina. Insane catch, the dive and grab. In the play before, the receiver couldn't get his head around. McIntyre just couldn't get his head around. He was open. So Florida State drops their first of the season. Chris Gaines, the running back. He's been in the Heisman talks here for ECU. (24-21) is your final. East Carolina football is back, folks. And I'm not coaching it. What the heck? It was season 14, so there's some players that were like on the team, but like IGRs, but no players that I recruited, or they're all gone. Because my players all entered the portal when I retired. There is an IGR, Easton Kuntz, a receiver, but he was an IGR. He was committed to me, but he never was on my team. So here we go, 24-21. They had a big play to start it. And 21 unanswered, all from Chris Gaines. He's been in the Heisman talks. So DeAndre Claxton, 15-24, 230, 2 touchdowns. Fulman here, 34 for 135. He had a good day. Argonda, 11 tackles, the former East Carolina player. Sack for White. No picks here for Florida State. Couple deflections, 2 fumbles for Barry, so he had a good game against his former team. East Carolina, Edwin Williams, 15-24, 205. Gaines goes from 195, 3 touchdowns. Kuntz goes for 70 yards, the SFA player. 5 TFLs here for Cody Williams. 1 sack for Nate Porter. The pick for Herbert Thomas, the safety, and that will do it. All right, guys, before we get on out of here, out of BearCave, as always, we are going to go through next week's games. Check out what's coming down the pipe. A big day of games. We've only had 3 covers today. So, some very low BearCave scores incoming. That's ECU outright. So, last game left is going to be Washington and Stanford. Let's make sure I'm not missing any results. Nope. So, week 9 next week. Colorado, Texas Tech. By golly, that just might be a big game. Baylor A&M, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Minnesota, Michigan, Battle of the Depressed. Texas State, Tulane, that is a banger. Undefeated in the conference, USA. Wisconsin, Purdue, that's going to be a banger. North Carolina, Georgia Tech should be fun. Illinois, Iowa, we've got some bangers brewing next week, folks. So this will be next Tuesday. Boise, Colorado State. Florida putting up 70 on everybody. Syracuse, Rutgers, another good game. Nebraska, Penn State's going to be a banger. Oh my goodness, we got some games. We've got some games. Arizona, Washington State, Bryce Beers versus Washington. Hello. ECU, Maryland's a banger. Auburn, LS who? Stanford and UCLA. All right, guys, so it's time for game day. We'll be back in about 5 minutes as I get us set up for it. We got Washington, DeQuinton Sims. We've got Stanford. So let's thank you guys all for the subs, for following, for watching, or bits, or anything that you do to support us here. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Peace, peace.